Alright, so recently, I've been hearing a lot about this really great money-making method in Hypixel Skyblock that can make you extremely rich, and it involves fishing. You see, over the past few Hypixel Skyblock updates, the admins have added a bunch of extremely valuable items to Hypixel Skyblock, some of which can only be gotten from fishing. From what I've heard, fishing can make you around 2 to 2.5 million coins an hour, and that doesn't even include the rare drops that you can get from fishing. For example, rare pets like the dolphin pet, which could be worth millions more in the auction house. Now, that all being said, there is a little bit of a catch when it comes to fishing. You see, in order to fish effectively, you need quite a bit of fishing equipment, which can get quite expensive, and this equipment is something that you really can't live without, as if you don't have it, you'll be fishing way too inefficiently for it to be a good money making method, and you might just be better off doing something else, like, I don't know, farming pumpkins for 30 hours. Oh gosh! Well, apparently this is considered entertaining gameplay. Welcome to Hypixel Skyblock. So anyways, with that all being said, in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and get some of this fishing equipment for ourselves, and then maybe at the end of the video, I'm gonna do like a quick test to see how good some of this fishing equipment really is. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first item that we're gonna need is quite obviously a fishing rod. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a fisherman who doesn't use a fishing rod. Like, can you imagine? Like, what the heck? Okay, well, I guess some fishermen use fishing nets. But listen, okay, this is Minecraft, okay? Fishing nets don't exist, okay? We need a fishing rod. Now, when it comes to fishing rods in Hypixel Skyblocks, there's a great variety to choose from. From the Rod of Champions to the Speedster rod, you know, there's plenty of fishing rods in Hypixel Skyblock. But the thing is, most of these fishing rods are actually not very relevant to what we're talking about today, because we are only wanting the best fishing rods in Hypixel Skyblock, not just any old fishing rod, you know. So when we do take that into account, there's only actually two fishing rods that we can really consider, which is the Rod of Legends and the Shredder. Now, between the Rod of Legends and the Shredder, there isn't actually that big of a difference. The Rod of Legends wins over the Shredder in terms of sea creature chance, providing an extra 6% chance to get sea creatures, but it loses out to the Shredder in terms of its fishing speed, only providing 70% fishing speed bonus, whereas the Shredder actually provides you a 75% fishing speed bonus. Now, in case you're wondering, the 6% sea creature bonus, it's roughly equivalent to the 5% extra fishing speed that the Shredder gives you. So at the end of the day, both these fishing rods are equally as good. So when it comes to deciding between buying a Shredder or buying a Rod of Legends, it really just comes down to price. Now, when it comes to buying the Rod of Legends, you can usually buy it on the auction house for roughly about 3.3 to 3.4 million coins, depending on who is selling it on the day itself. Now, the Rod of Legends can also be crafted, as the Rod of Legends is simply just an upgraded version of the Rod of Champions, which is simply an upgraded version of the Challenging Rod, which is simply an upgraded version of the Fishing Rod. Essentially, you can craft the Rod of Legends. If you do craft the Rod of Legends, it will cost you roughly around 2.5 to 2.7 million coins, depending on the prices on the bazaar on the day itself as well. However, if you look at the price of the Shredder, there's literally a Shredder going on the auction house right now for literally 5,000 coins. So, I mean, given the absurd price difference, I mean, between paying 3 million coins and paying next to nothing, I think I'm gonna pay next to nothing for a fishing rod. Alright, so I just bought a Shredder from the auction house for 1.7 million coins. Now, before you guys go, Binner, why did you spend an extra 1.7 million coins on a Shredder? Like, isn't this thing only worth like 5,000 coins? Now, listen, okay? This fishing rod has all the tier 6 enchantments on it, okay? This is just massively convenient, okay? Leave me alone. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is probably reforge the fishing rod, because I don't think the fast reforge is the best reforge to have on a fishing rod. If I'm not wrong, the salty reforge is slightly better. Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. Okay, so I did a bit more reading into it, and I realized that you can't actually get the salty reforge from that guy. You have to get it from Jerry's Island. I'm a massive idiot. Wait, you can't even get a salty. I hate my life. Okay, that being said, I am kind of facing a massive problem now, because according to the calendar, the Jerry event won't be here for another 4 days. I don't have the patience to wait 4 days to get a reforge on a... Who has the patience to wait 4 days to get a reforge on a fishing rod? That is so dumb. Alright, so it has been roughly about 4 days since I recorded the last clip, and as you can see, the Jerry event has just begun. So I guess there's no better time than now to get the salty reforge. Yeah, I did wait 4 days for this. Why did I do this? Okay, so according to the Hypixel Skyblock wiki, in order to obtain the salty reforge, I need to find this very special NPC called Terry and give him 64 hunks of ice, and then he would give me the reforge. So, well, first thing I need to do is to find out where this goddamn Terry guy is. Jesus. Yes, I found him. It's in this shack over here. Oh, okay, so if we need to put it in here, I need to get 64 hunks hunks of ice. But how do you get hunks of ice? Okay, I honestly have no idea how you obtain those hunks of ice thing, but apparently there are people selling it on the auction house, so I guess I can just buy it off here. There are people selling a full stack of this for only 55,000 coins, so mine, I probably overpaid for that, but like, come on dude, it's like 30,000 coins, okay? Who cares, dude? Who cares? And we're finally here, Terry. And there we have it, boys, the salty shredder. That took way too much effort. I had to wait 4 days for this. This better be worth it, man. I'm telling you, dude. This better be worth it. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna need is the perfect armor set for fishing, which is none other than the diver set. Now, the diver set actually gives you a plus 8% sea creature chance, which is mainly the reason why it's such a good armor set. The only issue is that the armor set is kind of expensive. You see, the way the diver set is obtained is by crafting it through using these things called Emperor Skulls. And in order to get these Emperor Skulls, you need to get something called a Sea Emperor, which is one of the rarest sea creatures that you can get from fishing. And when you kill these Sea Emperors, you have a chance of getting an Emperor Skull. So you can see quite how rare getting this entire armor set can be. And you could also potentially guess how expensive this whole armor set is gonna end up being. That all being said, it does give you plus 8% sea creature chance, so you know what? It's completely worth it. Oh gosh. Now, when it comes to buying the diver set, there's actually two ways of buying it. I mean, the first way I could do it is just, directly buy the diver set. But the problem with that is that, from what I'm seeing here, people are trying to overprice this diver set so that they can make a profit selling it to you. So I don't think this is that great of an idea. On the other hand, I could just directly buy the Emperor Skulls and craft the diver set myself, which seems to be the better idea here. And it could potentially be cheaper as well, so that's pretty cool. Now, I found something pretty interesting when it comes to buying these Emperor Skulls. You see, apparently a bunch of really nice people decide to package some of these Emperor Skulls into a group of 24, which is basically the exact number of skulls that you need to craft the entire diver set, and sell it nicely for a nice price on the auction house. But what I found is this, right? If you just go ahead and buy single Emperor Skulls one at a time, you can actually buy it for a cheaper price than buying this entire group of Emperor Skulls. I mean, yeah, you have to click a few extra buttons, but come on, dude. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and be right back. Alright, so I just went ahead and bought 24 Emperor Skulls. It costed me around 7.6 million coins. So I saved around 400k by just, clicking a few extra buttons. Pretty easy money, I have to say. A diver's shirt, diver's trunks, diver's masks, and diver's boots. Okay, so now we just have to enchant and reforge these. So I'll go get the enchantment books and be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got a perfect diver set. Let's go, boys. Now, I know the Titanic Reforge isn't necessarily a good Reforge, but listen, okay, I'm using this armor set for fishing, okay? It doesn't matter what Reforge I put on it. Like, legit, it doesn't matter, okay? Leave me alone. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna need before we can start fishing is a good pet for fishing. And as you can see, my current pet collection is, as they say, slightly limited. Listen, okay, I haven't been collecting pets, okay? I'll make like a separate video in the future where I just get all the pets in Hypixel Skyblock, okay? But right now, I don't have a good pet for fishing, so we're gonna need a pet for fishing. Now, I think the best pet I could potentially get for fishing would be the squid pet. There's multiple reasons for this. The first reason is that the squid pet actually gives you a percentage chance to get double drops from squids. Now, the reason why this is significant is because insects actually contribute to a rather major percentage of your earnings when it comes to fishing. So, having a small percentage chance to get more of them is just always good. And plus, it does also buff the inkwand damage, which could potentially be useful if I were to use the inkwand in the future. I mean, the inkwand is a pretty good weapon. And last but not least, it also boosts your fishing EXP, which is kind of important given how, all my skills are like extremely low right now. Like, compared to everyone else, my skills are absolute trash. So I need to get my skills up. Now, the squid pet actually is a pet that you get as a drop from fishing. It's a rare drop that you can get from like fishing. But the issue with that is I haven't exactly begun fishing yet. So there's no way I could potentially get it as a drop from fishing if I haven't fished yet. Like, think about it, okay? So we're gonna have to buy it off the auction house again, which is just, oh my god, I'm spending so much money today, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the squid pet is supposed to be worth around 4.5 million coins, but okay, I don't think I'll be buying these anytime soon, Jesus. Okay, so the cheapest legendary squid pet I can buy right now is going for 7.4 million coins. That's kind of expensive, not gonna lie. Is there cheaper ones available, please? Oh, this one's ending in 9 hours. Are you kidding me? No, I don't want to wait that long. Ah, screw it, dude. We'll pay 7.4 million for this. I am definitely overpaying on on this one, but whatever, dude. Okay, so I decided to pay slightly more money. The original offer was 7.4 mil. I paid 8 million for this one. The reason being, this is actually a level 65 squid pet, which is, you know, pretty good. And it also is holding a fishing EXP boost. So it means I'm getting double fishing EXP boost, which is great, I guess. So I think this is just a much better buy. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna need is a bunch of fish bait. I mean, like, just bait. Like, you know, bait to catch more fish. Now, there's a lot of baits you can go with in Hypixel Skyblock once again, but I think the best bait you could potentially use is the spiked bait, as it actually gives you a high percentage chance to get sea creature drops, which is, you know, always nice to have. Baits are actually rather cheap to get, so it's not going to be any substantial cost whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill up my fishing bag with a bunch of spiked bait, and yeah, I'll be right back. And there we have it, boys. We should have enough spiked bait to fill up the bag. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of baits. Holy dude. Alright, the final thing we're gonna need before we can begin fishing is backpacks. You see, when it comes to fishing, you actually tend to get a lot of like random loot because fishing gives you a whole bunch of stuff. Because of that, your inventory can fill up pretty quickly when you're fishing. So it is always useful to have a bunch of backpacks on you. Now, I only have one backpack on me, but I think when I'm fishing, I would like to have a few extra ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft a few extra backpacks. Alright, so I just went ahead and crafted 3 extra large backpacks. So ladies and gentlemen, it is now finally time for us to begin fishing. Now, from what I've heard, one of the better locations to fish is this place over here in this forest thingy. I forgot the name of. Oh yes, it's called the park. There's that like lake area in the park, which is just great for fishing apparently. So let's just go there. What I think I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna do like a 15-minute test run and see what kind of loot I can get in 15 minutes. Now, do keep in mind this test is probably not very accurate because the idea is that fishing gives you money over a long period of time when you fish for very long, and when you get super lucky and you get like a super rare drop, for example the dolphin pet, and then you can sell that and make a ton of money. That's generally how you make money from fishing. So a short test run like this probably isn't very accurate as to how much money I can make in the long run, but you know what, it doesn't really matter. This is just a short test run to see how things works, I guess. So yeah. Alright, so I just finished my 15 minutes of fishing, and this is pretty much all the loot I managed to get. I even managed to get a frail book, which I don't actually think is worth that much nowadays because there's like a ton of it in the auction house now, so this probably doesn't even sell for that much anymore. But I did get quite a bit of insects and lily pads, which is pretty cool, I guess, because those things do sell for quite a bit on the auction house. I didn't actually get quite that lucky in this 15 minutes, but it was only 15 minutes, so what do you expect? Do you expect me to get like a squid pad in just 15 minutes? No way, dude. But like, you know, it was a decent catch, I guess. Now, there's obviously a few things I could have done better to like get more loot from fishing. For example, I could have, you know, gotten potions. And the next thing I have to mention is that the diver set actually has a really weird property that I wasn't aware of. Like, it automatically moves you in the water. I'll show you real quick. So essentially, when I go in the water, like my keyboard, my hands are off the keyboard, okay? My hands are off the keyboard, and it's moving me through the water. So this is a really weird mechanic of the diver set. Yeah, that's something I probably will have to get used to as well. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Hopefully this video will also help you out if you are planning to do fishing in the future. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys all next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Drop it like it's hot.